Really, if we believe science and what science knows at this current point in time, evolution and everything like that, there's no reason why we're on Earth. It just happened. Mistake. Complete accident. So it doesn't matter. Pure, mistake.
Yeah, I don't really believe it's about God or anything like that.
I'll probably look at it more from a scientific point of view, that everything started off as a microbe and grew from there.
We're on Earth. Don't really have a good answer for this. I haven't actually ever thought of this before.
We're just a speck of dust in a giant's eye, aren't we?
I think people don't like to think that. I think people want to be important. I don't think they want to be some mistake in the back end of the universe. That's strange. But really, that's why we're on Earth. And I guess you could take it further. Why did we evolve on Earth? It had the perfect conditions for life to breed. I guess we're on Earth to evolve and
I think we're here, it could be an alien experiment. That's one theory I have.
We've just evolved, I don't know, I guess we're here because the sun and the earth and everything just lined up perfectly to allow life.
You know what? I don't have an answer for that question. The human race is very insignificant. I think humans think we're much more important than we really are.
Easy questions. I'll say the human race and situated within the universe.
We're just one tiny particle amongst billions and millions of other particles. I think it's very vast. And yeah, Earth is, and us, Earth is just a tiny part of that universe, and we're even a smaller portion of that.
I think the human race is probably not any more important than any other life form, including animals on this earth. I believe it's possible that there's other life outside of Earth, like aliens and stuff, but I don't really care.
I think we're lucky to be about where we are in the universe. We are rather close to the sun. I'd say if there is other things out there in the universe that we are so insignificant to them, I don't see why they would be interested in us. I just think that we're such an insignificant planet, a speck in what the universe is.
I think the human race is just one of many species of animals on the planet, and how it's situated within the universe. Within our solar system, or what we're capable to see, we are probably the only planet with more sustainable life. What's beyond that, I don't know. There probably would be other things, like other planets that are sustainable in different solar systems, I suppose.
The human race is really a very complex I guess we're animals, and wow, we very smart. I think, we're.
I don't believe that the human race is the centre of the universe and life is all about us. I think we're just lucky. We just got lucky that we're alive at this time, and we have the power on Earth. But I think the universe will eventually win out, and the human race will disappear at some stage.
It's an interesting one. I have a bit of a theory about this one. I like to think sometimes that we're maybe from another planet that we fucked up, and because we screwed up that planet, using their technology, they sent us, or our ancestors, to Earth to try again, to try and not fuck up the next planet. And humans as we are, we're now reaching that point where we're fucking it up again, and so it's all been for nothing.
In our solar system, there may be, but they may be very small, like microbe form. We haven't got the scientific knowledge how to detect them yet. They're probably not intelligent as well, like bacteria sort of stuff.
I do think that there is life on other planets.
Depends what sort of life you're talking about. I think there's definitely some organisms on other planets.
I believe that there could be another planet like Earth that has the perfect, environment, perfect, the right amount of oxygen and nutrients and water and all that stuff to create life.
In other solar systems, I definitely think there are other life forms in other planets. We just have not got the capabilities to see or go that far.
I think there may be life on other planets, but whether it's intelligent life, I don't think it is. However, I think there is out there somewhere in other universes, there definitely is intelligent life, but we are yet to find it.
Gee, who knows, there could be another planet like Earth with a similar but different human population.
So if someone told me that that pigs might fly, well, I know that's not true on this Earth, but anything that the human mind can possibly believe or create, I think it's possible that it exists somewhere else in the universe, because the universe is that massive.
As to whether or not there's still life on other planets, I definitely think there could be. Microscopic. I hope there is. I hope that there's life on other planets, because I think it could prove all the religious fanaticals wrong. And if we prove the religious fanaticals wrong, that would be a great day. I think it's very important that we do that. Who has the answer to that one?
The age-old question that no one can answer.
That's a pretty big question.
This is a pretty deep question you're asking.
That's a pretty big question.
I think the meaning of life is what you make it as an individual. The meaning of life to me is being happy and content in yourself, and living it the way that you want to live it, regardless of anyone else and what society dictates and what society says. You find, Earth is an incredible place, and you know what you can find out there for you would be is you know, different for everyone, and I think there's something out there for everyone.
Don't know that there is a distinct meaning.
I don't know what the meaning of life for everyone is, but to me, you just have to have fun and just treat people how you would like to be treated. And that's about it, really. It's been nice.
Is the meaning of life to create more life? You know, that's kind of the way most animals on our planet live, to reproduce, to make sure that their species continues. Maybe the meaning of life is purely to pass on more life. But we need to have our own, I think, personal belief in our own life, and something that we're aspiring to for meaning in our own lives. I don't think that there's a greater meaning for everybody on this planet.
I think really with the life we're given, we should try and always do right by each other and make our journey as happy as possible and positive, and strive for positive change, to love thy neighbour and treat others and our home with respect.
No one has that answer, I don't think, but I don't know what the meaning of life is, but I know what gives me life, and that's food, it's the air, it's the sun, it's sex, it's love, you know. So I don't know what the meaning is. I think if you believe in the meaning of life, you're probably maybe more religious than what I am. So I don't really think about a meaning of life. I just try to enjoy what gives me life, especially food.
I do not believe that we have predestined future. I think we have free will. I think we like to think that we have something predestined because I think it makes our lives easier.
I don't think things are predestined. I just think things happen as they happen.
I think we have free will to an extent because there's always choices in life.
I guess if they were predestined, you know, there would be like some higher power controlling it. I believe it's possible that there is a God, just not the God that any human being believes in.
I don't think the events in life are predestined. I think it's everything's forever changing, and I guess some people may think that something that maybe they thought was predestined is always, you know, going to change at some stage. And I mean, we all make plans to do something, and they can always change within an instant, and your life can take on a new direction. If we have the control taken away from us and given to a higher power, it makes decisions easier on us, and we don't have to face the reality of what we really need to do, or we don't have to make. It doesn't matter if we make a wrong decision in our life because, oh well, it was fate. I think we all make our own lives, and every decision we make is our own. I don't in any way think it's predestined.
I think the universe presents you with opportunities in life, and it just your fate is really dependent on what choices you make.
So nothing I don't think is predestined. You make your own decisions, you make your own choices, you end up where you end up because of decisions and choices you've made, not because you were destined to end up there.
I wouldn't want to live my life thinking that everything was predestined. I want to have free will. I want to believe that I'm responsible for the decisions that I make and also all the consequences. So if I fuck up one day, I make a bad decision, that I learn from it. I think if I believe that everything was predestined, I wouldn't care as much about my choices. So I live in a way where I feel like the decisions I make today, they matter. They matter about the outcome of my future.
I think that's about it. Okay.
Well, I hope that was helpful. Anyway, thanks. Bye. Fine.
And that's it.
Signing off.